we are back on the YouTube channel and I'm coming in hot with what you can expect from now until the back end of December 2025. So if you are an Aries, give me a holla. I want to know that you are here, that you are back with me. And I'm excited to dive in. I feel like there's a lot of energy shifts here for the Aries sign as we're going from now to the back end of December 2025. Now, my name is Rosa Victoria. I'm the creator of the Misfit Business Lounge brand. And so if you want to step into your most uncensored, playful energy whilst reclaiming your leadership and your relationship with money, then you have come to the right space. So give me a subscribe, a like, and a follow, and stay tuned for weekly and monthly episodes that are going to be dropping in 2026. Now, Aries, let's just come in and say that you're probably feeling a little bit heavy. Out of the signs that I've read for so far at the back end of December 2025, yeah, you are feeling slightly heavy, okay? And it's a really, really interesting time because there's a lot of energy and a lot of different chapters of life. And so Aries, the best way that I can describe it is like you're trying to juggle finances and career and home life and mum life and family life and friend life. And it feels like all areas of life are demanding your attention at once and you are one person. And so right now I can see that there's a piece of you that's like, I can't keep giving to everybody and everything. I feel like I'm outpouring myself here and here and here and here and here. And there's an element of frustration. I actually feel like we're going into December quite frustrated, Aries, and that's not something that we should be judging ourselves for, because remember, all emotions are good emotions. As humans, we do this thing where we say, this is a good emotion, this is a bad emotion, and we try to separate them. But all emotions are energy in motion. And so even though you're feeling frustrated, frustration is a huge invitation to make the changes that are going to allow you to feel more aligned with your future. Now, Spirit is showing me the word quit, okay? And when I'm seeing the word quit, there is going to be something that you're walking away from. Specifically, I feel for a lot of you in either your career or your relationships. There's something that you've been trying to make work, and you've been trying to make it work because of how you envisioned your future. But this is your reminder that what we envision for our life is not always what is going to work out. And I feel like this is where we have to really find safety in the unpredictability and the knowing that life happens the way that it's supposed to. Yes, you might have envisioned your life in one way. However, life is a journey, life is a pathway. And just because you envision something in a certain way doesn't mean that it's going to work out in that way. Now, there's an element of acceptance coming in as we're coming to the back end of December, because I do feel like you've been trying to resist. You've been trying to resist the changes that you are actually craving. And if we're looking at these changes in relationships and home life and work life, they are not here to disrupt you. I feel like we go through chapters of life where change is absolutely meant to disrupt you. But when I'm looking at Aries from now until the back end of December 2025, it's not meant to disrupt you. These changes are a long knowing that something isn't right. And I feel like there's this battle between your head and your heart right now. And your heart is saying, hey, we know that something's not right. We know that something doesn't feel good right now. But your head is trying to control things based on the way that you think it should be. And remember that life is not black and white. Just because we think something should work out a certain way doesn't mean that it actually is going to. Now, this is where I feel like you need to come back into your own thoughts a little bit. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure in society around what we should have. You should get married. You should have children. You should do this. You should have a business that looks like this. You should have a career that looks like that. And actually, the shoulds are just not working for you right now. You are actually connected to somebody else's vision for your life. And if you could just accept what your heart and your intuition was trying to show you, you'd be realizing that something doesn't feel good to you. And so don't hold on. Don't be rigid. Don't try to make it make sense. Trust the energy and let yourself flow into these new chapters. I feel like as soon as you make the decisions, you're going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulder, because there's a lot coming to the surface around decisions right now. And I feel decision-wise, you need to trust yourself. You need to say, do you know what? Like, I know that maybe this is hard for me to accept, but actually I'm going to trust myself and I'm going to trust wherever Spirit is guiding me. Because the decisions that you're having struggle with articulating, you actually decided them so further down the line You just haven't let yourself trust that decision in which you made. Now, I feel like you do have to be plugged into your own energy and your emotions right now. Yes, there might be people that don't agree with some of the choices that you're making in your life. And they might be like, well, are you sure you want to make that change career-wise or relationship-wise? Don't you want to work through it? Don't you want to fix it? However, I feel like you've tried to fix it. You've tried to fix the career or the relationship or the friendship or whatever it may be. And right now it's like, no, I feel quite solid in the decision that I'm making. Yes, there's a lot of emotions in the beginning of December, but as we're coming into the back half of December, I feel like there's a solid energy of like, no, I know that I'm making the right decision. And what's really interesting to me is when we back a decision, how much more powerful does that decision get to be? When we can actually say, I'm making a decision that is right for me and I'm fully backing it, meaning I'm putting all of my energy in it and all of my commitment in it, and I'm going to back myself and I'm going to back my view of how I want things to be for myself. Like, things just change and things just feel different. And so back your knowing. You have a knowing and you have a knowing for a reason. And if I was to connect to your clairsenses right now, your clairsenses, your clairsenses right now, your inner knowing is the one that's really heightened because you know what's not right for you. And sometimes we have to get very, very selective with that. Okay, I know that's not right for me. So why am I even trying? Why am I even bothering? And this is where we have this energy around us that's like, we either try to fix this or we just let it be. And right now is a period of just letting it be. Let it be. You get to just let it be. And how beautiful the energy is going to be when you do just let it be. Because it doesn't even feel like a sadness. I feel like you've already gone through the sadness of whatever this situation is. And now you're actually entering into a season that says, okay, this is a safety. This is a safe haven. This is actually, yeah, I am ready for this choice and I am ready for this decision. And so the emotion of it is already being passed through. I feel like as soon as you make the decision, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it just gets to feel good now. And so even decisions that you maybe expect to feel sad are actually lighting you up. And January, so much passion is flowing through you because of these choices that you've made. And so January is a time of like, oh, I'm saying yes, and I'm committing to new social spaces and new environments, and I'm doing things for me, and I'm leading my own life. Because you've already done everything else for everybody else. And now you need to lead your own life and say, yeah, I'm doing this for me. And so there is a time of putting yourself first that is majorly coming to the surface as we're going into the new year. But that's because of the choices that you're making at the back end of this year to really, get comfortable with what your heart wants and what's right for you. And maybe isn't right for anybody else, but is right for you. And this is your reminder that, sometimes we'll say, well, I can't do that because it won't make my kids happy. But actually what your kids want is a happy parent. They want a happy mom or a happy dad. And so you have to make the choices that are right for you. Or it might be, I can't do that because I should be doing this in my career. Well, in reality, we have a permission to change always. And so let yourself change and let yourself redecide and come back into your heart of what feels right now. The easiest way to say this is the plan is changing, and that's okay. Plans are supposed to change. It doesn't have to be, let me follow this path, and it has to be straightforward ahead. It gets to be, the plan is changing. Let me let it change. Let me allow myself to be redirected and just see what is in my highest good right now. So as you're listening to this, drop me a like and a subscribe down below and comment the breakthroughs that have come to the surface for you. I cannot wait to support you in 2026 and see you here more often.